Okay, I decided to split this into two videos because doing DOS commands took a little longer than I thought. But let's go ahead and look at some basic Linux command line tools. Now, when you're splunking through systems and you're using remote shells and things, one thing that's pretty easy to do is get lost. So, a pretty common command, and again, I know this is basic, but is print working directory. And it just basically tells you where you are and who am I. Tells you, gives you information about what account you're in on. I know it doesn't, just from a standalone command line like this, it doesn't look too exciting. It seems a little obvious, but believe me, there are times when you're going through systems where that command will be a real lifesaver. I know it's basic and you probably already know it. Again, a help command even takes basic things and it's very important to give you the switches and things. So, the -H command in Linux is going to be super important. Text file manipulation. Some basic commands for that are copy, which is CP, move, file name, and then directory, like that. Remember, if you do this, you got to be pretty precise. So that's a text file. You got to put txt, something like that. Make directory. Important if you want to make a new directory. And this goes hand in hand with remove directory. I know, a little basic. Okay, let's talk about setting the flag file. With in Unix, what you want to do is you want to cat and direct input to a file and then name it. Like that. So that's concatenating the output of the command line into the flag file.txt file. So then we put in secret 1 and 2. And again, try to make it relative to the flag competition you're in or what you're doing. Put some specific information for the time, usually works good. And then instead of Control-Z, it's Control-D for done. If you want to look at it, do a listing, and there it is. Later on, if you want to go in, if you've captured the flag and you want to read it, you can just use the same cat command. And there it is. That will allow you to read it. Anything else? You have the change directory command in Linux, just like you do in Windows. The listing command replaces the replaces the dir command. Sorry, having a little trouble thinking today. So let's see, we were in the home directory, I believe, so we could change back. Or maybe, maybe we're in... Actually, I think tilde is shortcut for home directory. So, let's see, what else can we do? Let's check that. Oh no, we were in the home. Let's see what else were we in. Oh, we think we were in root directory. So yeah, there we go. So boy, that's it. There's not much. Linux is pretty simple. Some commands you're going to need for Armitage and Metasploit will be the service. Oh, okay. Well, let's do like Ifconfig. It's just your basic check your IP address command, and instead of ipconfig, it's ifconfig. And then ping's a little different. By default, Windows ping will give you a 4 packets, but in Linux, you need to specify the number, otherwise it'll keep going. So you use a -C to do that. Let's see what else. If you need to start a service like Apache 2, which is the web service, you can do start like that. The ones you'll use for Metasploit and VMware are VMware tools, start, and then your database for Metasploit is, you need to start that before you start Metasploit, is PST GresQL. Oh, I'm sorry, post. Forgot the O. But you can see, notice how it gives you an error message if you do misspell, which is nice. And then the other one is Metasploit. So it's already started, but you can also use stop and restart. And those switches are available for you with the -H to show you the options. Another one that you'll commonly use with the ls command is the -L, which shows permissions. The way Linux permissions are is you have 3 groups. The owner of the file or folder, groups, and then everyone else. So you can see, we look at this first one, the owner has read-write permission, group's permission is read-only, and everyone not in groups, everyone else is just read. So Linux supports commands to change the permissions. Is actually a command that you may need to use. Is mode command change, or change mode. Change mode. You can use that with numbers like this. And this would be the same as the permissions up here that we saw on backdoor 2. Then you'd have to specify like a file name. Like that. So it supports numbers like that. I go into this a little more in depth. Like 7 would be read, write, execute. 6 would be read, write. 5 would be read, execute. 4 would be read, and so on. The main ones to remember are 1 is execute, 2 is write, and 3 is write, execute. And 4, oh, don't forget 4 is read. So that went quick. So some network commands. Let's put those in while we're here. Some of them are the same, like netstat. Netstat in A. See, some of the switches are different. Even though the command is the same, the switches are different. Get over to the manual. Should be able to see that help file there. There we go. So you can specify the interfaces and the routes and things like that. Routes are a useful command to check. You can use this to check your pivot, because the pivots you put in for under Metasploit will show up as a route. So that's a pretty useful command. And then some of the other ones like trace RT. It's pretty much the same as trace route in Windows. Okay, so that was really interesting. Thanks for watching this. And again, we just wanted to give you some basic stuff so that you can continue hacking and capturing flag files and things like that. It's by no means a full introduction to Linux administration, but just some stuff to get around the Linux command line. Thanks for watching.